First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New Orleans Saints. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Returnable here from the 38. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Will Lutz lining
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
at their own 25-yard line.
Out They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's third down.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. It's called Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete.
A gain of 37.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Kaepernick now on first down.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Antonio Gibson.
And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They go play action here on first down.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
5-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On first down, it's Taylor. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd and 11 now.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. footwork that led to the incompletion.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Taylor. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Washington 14. Saints 13.
For the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down, Washington.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
This is Washington 14. Saints 13.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost lost it there, and it'll be second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10.
First and goal.
A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown,
A
Washington.
5-yard touchdown run.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
The kick
And he puts it through.
makes this Washington 21. Saints 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They go play action now. Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On second down, Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From midfield, here's Kaepernick.
Got a man, it's Gibson complete.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down. It's Gibson, and he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah,
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Down. 3rd and long.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Taylor to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Kaepernick now to throw. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
It is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
This is Washington 28, Saints 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren picks up, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
The extra point.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And down he'll go at the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Running with Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, 30, 20.
I need to get my swag right there.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Rosas lining up for the extra point.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know...
Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Those passes intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception. prediction, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw, Kaepernick. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
25 yards for the touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington 63. Saints 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big play there out of Kamara. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
63. Saints.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play with this
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
David Onyemata there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 25-yard line.
Option play, and Kaepernick's going to run with it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
10 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 39. Drawing the penalty, it's Kamara. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Smith with a 1st down and more. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 24-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Taylor eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
2 yards. 1st down, Washington.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson finding his way down to about the 35-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Washington 1st down. Today's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau.